Very pleasant evening to one and all gathered here. We are in the verge of the International FDP Research Methodologies New Perspective. We are in the 7th day. Here it's my pleasure to welcome today's resource persons and great speakers of the day. Dr. Shalini Kashmira ma'am, she is going to share the first session. Assistant Professor of Law, Department of Laws, Himachal Pradesh University, and Simla, Himachal Pradesh, India. She is going to share her session on the topic regulating cyber crimes in higher education system in India. That's a wonderful topic, ma'am. Next, it's my pleasure to welcome Ronald S. Pakulanan, sir, Dean of the School of Information Technology Education, Arlona University, Pfizer. He is going to share the second session on the topic Cloud is a mobile application for cloud recognition, descriptive development research. I welcome both of you for this wonderful session on behalf of AVP College, Tripur, Tamil Nadu, India, and Cape Comorin Trust, and on behalf of all the participants from my own institution and the participants from all over the world. I welcome you, sir and ma'am. And now I invite Ms. Priya Gautam to introduce our guest resource person, Dr. Shalini Kashmira ma'am. Priya?
Good evening, everyone. I'm profoundly delighted to introduce our first guest of the day, Dr. Shalini Kashmira. Dr. Shalini Kashmira is an assistant professor at Department of Law and assistant director, Center of Canadian Studies, Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla, with teaching experience of 13 years with specialization in business law. Her research papers, articles, conference proceedings in refereed and peer-reviewed national and international journals, and chapters in edited book volumes have microscopic perspective mostly focused on cybercrimes, biopiracy of traditional knowledge, competition policy, IPR issues, biodiversity conservation, and company law. She has active participation in national and international seminars, workshops, colloquium, and is frequently invited as a resource person. She has done a project on tribal communities of Himachal Pradesh in collaboration with Ministry of Tribal Studies, Government of India. She has also organized National Moot Court and an investor awareness workshop in collaboration with ACBI, Shimla Division. She is Department Coordinator of Cleanliness Drive under Pradhan Mantri Swachh Bharat Mission and Department Coordinator of University Alumni Association. I am profoundly delighted to invite Dr. Shalini Kashmira to take over the session. Please, ma'am.
Am I visible to everybody?
Yes, ma'am, you are visible.
All right. A very warm good evening to all of you. It's been a matter of immense pride and gratification for me that I've got this opportunity to share this session with all of you. I am very grateful to Cape Comorin Trust, especially Dr. Sylvester and the coordinator, Dr. Shelja Vasudeva, and all the organizers of AVP College of AVP College, Tamil Nadu, for organizing this International Faculty Development Program. The topic that I have taken today for, you cannot call it a presentation, but you can definitely call it a discussion, is regulating cybercrimes in the higher education system. So let me share my presentation first. All right. So the very first thing, the topic that I've taken is regulating cybercrimes in the higher education system. So here I will be definitely, as the topic by itself is the PPT visible to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's very much visible.
All
yes.
Right, all right. So when we talk about regulating cyber crimes in the higher education system, the very first thing that comes in our mind is what is the cyber crime and how it is linked to the education, into the academics. So for that, there are certain very general terms which must be understood by all of us, because these cyber crimes are also leading to mental health problems, and different kind of other personal crimes are also there. So the very first thing is the internet. So when we talk about internet, and when we understand the concept of internet, it is the interconnection between the different computer systems, and it cannot be restricted only to the connection of one computer with the other, but it can go with local area network to the wide area network to the then you have the global area network. So when the computers are interconnected with each other, for the purpose of transmission of communication of any type, be it your academic communication, be it your personal chats, be it your social gathering, whatever kind of communication you want to carry out, if you're carrying out with the help of the computers, when they are interconnected to each other, this is called as internet. Then comes the concept of cyberspace. As such, cyberspace is no uniform room which we call cyberspace. It is a geographical terrain wherever this communication is being set up between the computer. In general terms, we say in cyber cafe, or in we are going to the university cafe, where this internet facility has been given to us. So whenever you can say a geographical space where this interconnection between the computers is taking place for the purpose of transmission of communication is called as cyberspace. And then the last term in this is cyber crime or the computer crime, right? So when we talk about cyber crime and computer crime in layman language, these two terms seems to be the similar one. But computer crime is a crime when internet is not connected to the computer, and cyber crime is a term which is used specifically when a internet connection is being given to a computer for the purpose of transmission of communication. But as far as our laws are concerned, be the cyber crime committed in any kind of field, and after COVID, basically, our education system has been turning out to be the second largest global market for cyber crimes. So cyber crime and computer crime, they are considered to be unanimous terms, and these crimes constitute all civil and criminal wrongs which are related to the computers, basically, right? So now the question arises, why these cyber crimes are increasing in higher education system? There are various kind of characteristic features which are related to the cyber crimes. The very first one is anonymity. Anonymity means any person of any age group, of any gender, from any corner of the world, without disclosing their identity, can commit cyber crimes with a single click of mouse, right? Second is accessibility. Any person having a mobile to which internet connection can be given, who has the accessibility of internet inside his mobile or her mobile, can commit this kind of crime, right? And we all know that getting a SIM recharged, having internet connection for the purpose of chatting is just ₹50, or it can be less also, as the telecom companies are always during the audience. Next, and they also provide for the free data. Then we have the mobility. The pace of you can say dispersal of cyber crime is matchless, because it is an intelligent crime which involves IT techniques inside it, and it is based upon internet protocols. Internet protocol means the address, HTTP URL address, or the address you give www.xyz.com or co.in. So with a single click of mouse, depending upon how much audience you're having, for example, if somebody is on the social website group on the Facebook, and you're writing something about somebody over there who is friend to around 2,000, 3,000 people. So with a single click of mouse, you are putting a defamatory statement there. So that is a mobility, that is the pace with which this crime is committed. Then we have the jurisdictional issues. Jurisdictional issues refers to the domestic laws are not in conformity. The domestic laws are not in balance with the international laws, and every country has its own domestic laws related to regulating the cyber crimes, right? And it is a vice crime, of course, because anyone who is IT expert or who knows about how to operate computer can commit this crime and must have a computer and an internet connection connected to it. Now, if we talk about the various kinds of cyber crimes, they can be categorized into three categories. The first one is against the persons, individuals. I'm talking in higher education system. Here I will be talking about both kind of data, the student data, the research data, as well as the person as well. Also, that means the person and the individuals include the academicians, the researchers, the students, and everybody. So these kind of crimes are very common among the young generations, like harassment by emails. You're sending somebody emails that the other person is not liking it, and that is causing mental stress to that person, is called as mental harassment. Cyber stalking, that means following somebody without the permission of that person online. You are indicating that person online, you're trying to follow up that person online, what he or she is doing online, what kind of data he or she is searching, whether it is a personal or a research data. Then dissemination of obscene material. Obscenity of any kind, it can be audio, it can be video, it can be visual representations, graphic representations, it can be hand gestures, it can be any kind of physical postures, any kind of obscene material which is disseminated online and which is causing harassment, or which is further leading to the kind of crimes which can lead to committing suicidal tendencies or mental harassment, comes under this category. Then we have the defamation, that is defaming somebody in his society online. Then we have unauthorized control or access over the computer system. For example, if somebody has cracked somebody's computer's password, or if in an academic institute some official computer password has been cracked and the data has been compromised, be it be changed, altered, or it has been diddled. The basic term is data diddling. The data has been diddled, or the data has been deleted, it has been altered, added, subtracted. So whenever somebody, some hacker or the cracker is having unauthorized control without the permission of the actual owner or the person to whom that computer has been issued, or even if the person is a researcher or a student, without the permission of the student, if somebody is using his computer and trying to take out the data or do some kind of data diddling, that is considered to be the cyber crime against the person. Then we have indecent exposures. Taking out, that is called as photo cropping. Basically, when you cut, copy and paste somebody else photos on somebody else postures and you try to defame that person, which is called as morphed photos, that is also committed. Then we have email spoofing. That means when you send messages, spoofed mails, the mails which are very suspicious regarding their origination, but they pretend themselves to be from some authenticated sources. So these spoofed mails also are a very common ground of cyber crimes in the higher education system, pretending themselves to be some resource funding agencies or some project giving agencies, and asking the students or the academicians to disclose their personal details related to the passwords, related to their passcodes of computers or their debit or the credit cards, or asking for some online payments, is an example of it. And then we have the child pornography, that is when it is school going children's, or even students of adolescent age also. Here when you make porn videos and audios of the children, that is included in this. Then we have the cyber crimes against the property. So here also we have a variety of cyber crimes which are there, like computer vandalism or computer sabotage. Sabotage means to destroy a computer. When a computer is hacked, common term, everybody use it. Our computer has been hacked. It is hanged. It is not operated. What I am trying to save is saved 10 times. I'm asking for 1. What I am trying to open a file is not opening, rather it is opening something else. Okay. That means the computer hardware has been destroyed by some virus which has caused, whose control is with somebody else. Then we have virus transmissions, as I am talking. Virus transmissions can take place from emails also, by your any input-output devices, be it your compact disc, be it your pen drives, be it your data cables, which you use here and there without taking proper precautions, whether to which your data cable has been attached, is a computer affected by a virus or not, or that causes virus transmission. Then we have denial of service attacks. That means when we are giving some command to a particular computer, and the computer is not taking that command, okay, or it has slowed down to an extent that it is turning out to be dead computer. Then we have unauthorized access of computer system, which we have already discussed, that the control is being done by somebody else, but the person who is operating the computer does not come to know about it. Then we have the intellectual property crimes, which is a very common field as far as academic institutes are concerned. Intellectual property basically refers to it's the brainchild. Basically, it is the original, authenticated, genuine work of a person, which can be your slogans, it can be your text, it can be your audios, it can be your videos, it can be some experiment result, of which you get the patents also, that it belongs to you, it is your original idea. Whenever theft of that intellectual property, which is the very prominent crime in academic institutions, takes place, that is covered under cyber crimes against the property. And then we have the internet time theft. That means sometimes we receive emails on our internet, on our email IDs, where it is written, computer is giving us a warning that don't open it, it is a spam, but still we open those spam mails, and that helps, that causes introduction of some kind of malicious programs inside our emails, which leads to a lot of email bombing. The emails which we are not interested in, but still we get in our email IDs. So deleting those emails is a time consuming process. Sometimes it takes 1 hour or more than 2 hours also. So this is what known as internet time theft crime. And then we have the sale of illegal articles. When you are selling data belonging to somebody else to someone else. In academic research, it is a very common phenomena that the data which we do not close properly, or the data which we have stored in kind of computer which is not password protected, or the data which we use carelessly in the libraries, which is not our personal computer, and we leave it open only. We don't close it properly, or we don't search the data or store the data through the proper protected channels, then that data gets stolen, and that is a part of illegal articles, which is a very common cybercrime in the academic institutions. Then we have cybercrime against the state and society. So this includes your anything which is globally affecting, which has an effect globally. For example, from this category, financial scams and frauds is an area which is related to your academic fields. Earning money from selling of the data that belongs to somebody else. This is a kind of financial scams and frauds. And then sale of the stolen data is a part of it. Then we have the distribution of private softwares. The software programs developed by the academicians also, and there's folders and the files, they are also sold in an unauthorized manner. And then intention to extract secret information from computer system. It is also a cyber crime, which affects, which is playing a very important role, and which has become a threat to the academic institutions at the present moment. So this is the kind of cyber crimes which have been reported worldwide. Right. So here, if we take a look, we'll find that the basic motives for commission of these crimes in academic fields include the financial gains. People are doing it for financial gains, and they amount to 33.3%. Then illegal gain or fraud. People are doing fraud. That is 9.6%. Then insulting the modesty of the women, their staff members or their friends and the colleagues, just to make an impression among their friends, or just to harass a woman, 5.2%. Then the motive of sexual exploitation is 5.1%, and causing disrepute, defamation is 3.3%. And this is the profile of the accused in cyber crimes. How many, I mean to say, depending upon the hierarchy, the max 19.6% amounts to business competitors. They are fighting with each other because if some employee has been removed from his job just to take revenge revenge, or if due to as the privatization of education has also taken place, so having competition between each other, just to compete each other, they are committing cyber crimes, trying to demean the reputation of the other institution, and that amounts to 19.6% of the crimes. They are revolving around business competitors, then neighbors, friends, and relatives, 14.7%. Professional hackers are also using it, taking money, that is 13.5%. Students, 10%, sexual predators 5.1%, and disgruntled employees 3.1%. So this is a record of National Crime Record Bureau, and this is the status of India as far as 2023 is concerned. And this is the status of the overall global cyber crime record. What are the different kinds of crimes which have been recognized globally by Cyber Vogue? Here, if we see, the very first one which is coming is information and communication technology related violations of privacy. Privacy violation is turning out to be a very prominent area in academics also, where that means a field of personal crimes, which includes computer intrusions, entering somebody else's computer, that is the computer trespass, then taking, sharing, manipulation of data or images, etc. Then we have sextortion, stalking, and identity theft, and impersonation. Impersonation means portraying themselves. It's a very common kind of crime which is committed on Facebook, that you are trying to portray somebody else online, not disclosing your actual identity. I have seen this thing is very common in academic field also. People don't know to whom they are talking to or who is their Facebook friend, and they consider it to be a male or a female, but it turns out to be somebody else. Or if they're considering it to be a male, a friend request sent by a male, but it turning out to be a female. So in this way, this is called as impersonation, which is a very prominent kind of field as far as the cyber crimes is concerned. Then we have the hate crimes also. Then we have cyber harassment. I will be picking up only those which is related to the academic field. And then we have the direct threats of physical violence, and then cyber crimes. This is illegal access, illegal interception, data interference system, interference with computer related forgery, computer related fraud, and child pornography. It is also the maximum fields out, except child pornography, is a part of your cyber crimes which are committed against in the higher education system. And then we have the online sexual exploitation and sexual abuse, be it of children or be it of adult. We have two kind of categories. We have adult pornography and child pornography both. So they are covered up and they are recognized globally also. Then now I would like to discuss what India is doing as far as controlling these cyber crimes is concerned, if it is being committed. So we have in India the Information Technology Act of 2000, which is a parent law, which is regulating cyber crimes, and it has been amended in 2008. And we have adopted this act. The provisions have been taken from the Model Law of Electronic Commerce 1996, which is a part of United Nations Commission on International Trade Law, and we have also taken provisions from the Electronic Transaction Act of 1998 of Singapore, right? And at present, this as it has been amended once after 2000. So initially, when it was made, it has 13 chapters, and it has 4 schedules and 94 sections. And after the amendment of 2008, now it has 2 schedules. It has and chapter 9 and chapter 11 of this act is basically dealing with the offenses and the penalties, right? What punishments can be given now. And the biggest prejudice of this act is that inside the act, nowhere the term cybercrime has been defined. So the area of cybercrime has been kept, the act is completely silent on the topic of what will be included in cybercrime, because it has both kind of nature, civil as well as criminal. We have civil laws regulating it also, we have criminal laws also, and we have civil and criminal penalties, vice versa, right? So after reading this act, what I have concluded as a definition of cybercrime is that in narrow sense, it is talking about all the offenses which are mentioned under the IT Act 2000, because every kind of cyber crime, as it is, this crime is of recent origin and the act is also of recent origin in 2000. So every kind of cyber crime has not been covered up by this act. So here we have those crimes, offenses which has been covered up under this act are considered to be cyber crimes. And in broadest perspective, if we talk about those crimes which has not been covered up under this act, we can say that this particular cyber crime can be defined as all civil and the criminal wrongs which are committed directly or indirectly, which are prohibited by the law of the land and for which punishments have been provided, right? So now switching over to the next slide. Now, as we're talking about academic institutions, there are two kinds. One thing we have to understand here. One thing is data and other is information. Data basically refers to raw data, which has not been processed by the central processing unit. It can be any counter, 2 plus 2. This is a data. But when it is entered inside the computer and it gives you the result of 4, the 4 is basically your information. So when we talk about cyber crimes in the higher education system, both the raw data as well as the information, both are the targets. I repeat, both kind of information, both are the targets of the cyber criminals, right? Both are the targets of cyber criminals, and this data and information basically can be divided into two categories. Namely, they are the targets and the very common kind of crimes which are being committed in the higher education system. Because usually we feel that cyber crimes are committed against the persons only. But after your COVID, your education system was modified on one extent that everything was online and we were teaching online and feeling very proud of it. But side by side, it also became a very open field for the hackers and the crackers to take out this data and sell it to the institutes, right? So, and especially the research data. So this data can be, the victims can be of two categories: the personal data, that is the cyber crimes against the individuals, where somehow it includes your emails, passwords, name, address, mobile numbers, office numbers. It also includes your information related to health, and it also includes your information related to your finances like credit, debit cards, and your PAN card numbers, ATM, etc. Because these days everything is linked to your Aadhaar card. So if by chance you have kept something open, because everybody is so very much interested in doing online shoppings and online booking of the picture tickets and traveling tickets, and they are very much convenient with the shopping sites saying that we will save your debit card, we will save your credit card. So we don't understand the consequences of it, that once the debit and credit cards are saved, it can be very easily hacked if that particular shopping site is hacked by the hackers, right? So we ourselves are responsible for these hackings and the crackings or the cyber crimes committed against us. Now, the second is the research data. Any kind of research which is being carried out in the higher education system, if it is not saved or it is not processed in your secured internet protocol addresses, it can also lead to cyber crimes. Now, this is the example of the educational institutions since 2013 which have fallen prey to cyber crimes globally. Penn State University 2014, data breach affecting personal information of around 18,000 students. Harvard University 2015, operating system of the computer portal of the university was hacked. Dhaka University 2015, database of around 3 lakh alumni was hacked. King's University 2012, hackers affected around 812 end users and fetched personal informations. Then Delaware University 2013, hacked and personal information of around 72,000 end users, including past and present workers, university records, student information, etc. And Maryland University 2014, cyber attackers compromised data worth 2,87,580 US dollars. So you can, these are, I am giving, this is not the complete comprehensive list. I'm just giving you most prominent kind of, which came in the newspapers or you might be knowing more than this also, but these are the main ones. Not only this, in the year 2017, the Russian hacker Rasputin breached 63 universities across USA and UK and tried to sell the data on dark web. Later, he hacked 24 US, 10 UK, and 1 university from India also, right? Then we have, this is that, I was just talking about it, that what was the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on higher education system. Different kind of data was available online because of digitalization at that time. Educational institution, student data, academic documents, this online and teaching mode. Also, that's why I was talking about children, although I've taken the topic, because here the children also became prey to cyber criminals because they were sitting online and they somehow, child's mind brain is very fresh kind of innocent brain. And they also became prey to it because they became addicted to it, because they were doing it for almost an year and a half. And then they started playing games on it, and they started downloading. Parents were feeling very happy about it. And many of them have fallen prey to the cyber crimes also, which led to pedophiles and child pornography as well. Then we have, according to the report, cybercrime in the higher education system, the cyber crimes in higher education system had increased to 20% in 2022 as compared to the previous years. The situation was very alarming. And then we have, as per the reports of the education industry, which is going to, it has been discussed also that by 2025, this education industry by itself, including your government sector as well as the private industries, is going to be $7.3 trillion US. So on one side, where education is system is expanding, the threats are also increasing. So it is a question which is of to be paused and ponder. And according to the report by Threat Research and Information Analytical Division Singapore, in 2021, in the Asia Pacific region, about 58% Indian institutions, which include Byju's, IIM Kozhikode, and Tamil Nadu Directorate of Technical Education, were attacked, followed by 10% institutions of Indonesia. And among the top 5 countries where there is threat of cyber attack on the education system, we have India, USA, UK, Indonesia, and Brazil. So this itself, the data itself is giving us an eye-opener that our country is also on the target. Now the question arises, why the cyber crimes are committed in the higher education system? There are many kind of reasons there. First of all, economic attractiveness, financial gains, because they are anonymous. You don't have to disclose your information in their mobile. So the perpetrators are economically disadvantaged people who get a very easy way to gain some kind of financial gains. And secondly, is poverty is also a reason for it, just to improve their standards of living. Once they commit and they are not, because it is very difficult to trace out the internet protocol addresses, lack of proper tracing mechanism is also leading to increase of this crime. Then we have the weak legislation, as I am discussing. Maximum crimes which have been covered up under cyber as a cyber crime, they are bailable. You can give some money and you're out. So the culprits also understand this thing, so that's why they are increasing. And then the peer pressure is also just to make an impression among the friends. They commit the crimes, and then the societal pressure just to maintain their standards. Now, what are the different tools which are being used to commit these crimes in education system? The first one is the email bombings. These are the kind of emails which we receive in our mailbox, right? What we call, sometimes we discuss with our friends also, that I was not able to receive your mail because my mails were so unwanted mails were there in my email address. There was an email flood that I couldn't get the actual email, because every email ID, every email has a capacity of holding emails per day. So if your email account is bombarded with unsolicited emails, spammed mails, which we call email flooding, the actual emails which you are supposed to receive, they will either go to the trash or to the bulk or to the junk. So usually tendency is to go to the inbox and read the mails. So in this way, there are chances that you can miss your actual emails which you are supposed to receive, right? Second is denial of service attacks, that because your email box consists of small bins, or you have not taken all kind of antivirus in your laptops or in your iPads, and it is virus affected or worm affected. So now you are having the problem of denial of service attacks. That is also very a common kind of phenomena which is being seen. Then we have the network connection overloading. That is, we say server is very slow. So that also happens with when you don't know how to update your laptops, and you just keep on updating every kind of update which is coming. So that also causes slowing of the server. Then we have the operating system shutdown, which is we call hacking basically. Now here the hard disk of your computer has been affected by a Trojan horse, and now it is not working completely. It is completely blank. We say the screen has been destroyed. It's not the screen which is destroyed, but the operating system itself, the hard disk, the data which has been programmed on your minuscule silicon chip inside it, that has been destroyed. And then with the website shutdowns are also there. So there are different kinds of examples of it, and usually we call it that the computer has been hacked. The second one is password cracking. There's a difference between hacking and cracking. Cracking is a word which is specifically used for cracking the password which you have given to your mobile or to your computer. So when that password cracking is done, only then some unauthorized trespass is being done to your computer. Without your permission, somebody is entered inside your computer. So the various methods which are used for cracking include dictionary searches, that is going through the password dictionary word. The hackers are very smart to know what common kind of words that the people use. So they start making their own dictionaries for it. Then we have the brute forces. That is the to know unknown passwords involve running through character combinations of specific length. That is a language in MCA also, that they use these kind of characters. And the hackers knows what kind of common characters being used by the common people, like underscore or percentage or 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 is a very common password being used by everybody. So this kind of I think somebody is causing disturbance in between. I would like to request somebody's mic is open.
Yes, sorry, ma'am. You can continue now.
Okay. Now the next one is your bootnet or robot networks that I have already talked. It is commonly called as command and control method. That will be remembered by you also, CNC, where unauthorized access has been done already. And now your computer is under the control of somebody else, although you don't know about it, right? This is a very conspicuous kind of cracking and hacking, where some virus is being introduced. And now the actual owner of the computer does not know about it. Whatever information you are transmitting or you are storing in the files in the folder, somebody sitting at a remote corner can also operate your computer remotely and can see also. It is also called as drones or zombies, right? And what is the common method used for bootnets? That is email spamming. Through spam mails, it can come, the virus can come. Then the destructive denial of service attacks. Sometimes the computer is not taking your permission. Then some kind of pop-up comes and it says you run this program, the problem will be solved. And without knowing what is that program, you start running it. So by running that program, you introduce virus by yourself. You give the remote control of your computer to somebody else who is sitting remotely. Then we have the malware, malicious programs, and phishing. Phishing and spamming are one and the same thing. It basically refers to those kind of mails whose origin is very suspicious. Spoofing, spoof mails talks about the mails which pretends to be from some governmental institutions, and they ask about their your personal information. And then we have the introducing bombs, which are self-replicating. Once a bomb has been introduced inside, it needed to be introduced. It cannot be transferred through your data cables or internet, but it has to be attached by you through a pen drive inside a computer. But once it is enters inside the computer, the worm is a self-replicating, like an earthworm. You cut it that much, it will be again spreading to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So once it is introduced inside the computer, it will affect all the folders. Whereas virus, once introduced, it will be affecting only the targeted part. And Trojan horses are basically for the purpose of affecting the operating system hard disk, right? So this is, we have discussed spoof mails, and these are the spam mails, which are throughout a day, the amount of mails which we are receiving, out of that 45% of the mails are spam mails, suspicious kind of mails, which can be related to your advertisements, adult mails, it can be your finance related mails, spam mails, fraud related spam mails, and miscellaneous spam mails. So we have to be very cautious about it. And this is the data related to how much cybercrime in higher education system is being committed. And here in India, throughout a day, 5.16% out of 100 is the cybercrime. Out of whole cybercrime, 5.16% is in the field of education. Then we have cyber stalking or bullying. That is when you are following somebody in unsolicited manner. And thereafter, we have this cyber pornography or obscenity, and we have very famous cases related to it: Air Force Bal Bharti case of 2000, Delhi cyber pornography case, and Bombay Swiss couple case, which are basically related to pedophiles. Then we have cyber defamation. It have both qualitative and quantitative impact. Qualitative in the sense that you can very easily online pick up the audience for while defaming a person. For example, if a person is a professional or a doctor, you can put some defamatory statement related to him in a doctor group, and then that is a qualitative impact. And quantitative means as much people are there, the number of people. So then we have the harassment by emails and cyber teasing. So that the motives behind harassment are different in academic institutions. Sexual harassment is there at the top level. Then we have the obsession for love, revenge and hate. Then ego problems are also there. And we have a very famous case here, Manish Kathuria and Ritu Kohli case, which is related to it. Then we have this morphing. This is also very much common as far as your higher education system. These are the cyber crimes against the personal data. Here, morphing, I have already told you, fake identity. You are trying to morph somebody's picture and appearance, and you are trying to, by the use of deepfakes. It is a kind of software program which helps in morphing the pictures, and you are uploading it online without the permission of the person whose picture it is, and that causes violation of privacy also. Now the question arises, what kind of punishments are there when the cyber crimes are committed in the higher education system? First of all, spam mails if we are receiving, which is causing some kind of problem. So we have Anti-Spamming Act for it. Which is read with Unsolicited Commercial Email Act 2000, and compensation is given to the victim depending upon the amount of loss that has been caused to him. So it can be 50,000 and it can go beyond crore rupees also, depending upon how much loss has been caused to him. Then we have computer hacking or denial of service attacks, which is dealt under Section 66 of the Information Technology Act. And for it, imprisonment is of 3 years and fine, which may extend to 5 lakh rupees. Then we have computer destruction, Section 43. Here the penalty is up to 10 million rupees. Depending upon how much damage has been caused to the computer. For example, if it is a professional computer, or for example, what if that computer belongs to BARC? Right? So depending upon where the computer is, whether it is private or an official computer, it has been extended to 10 million, or it can be more than that also, depending upon the loss caused. If these are the computers which are connected through the internet, and the entire cafe has been destroyed, so the losses are as per the loss which is caused. And then we have the computer tampering. That is when you are trying to diddle the data without the permission of the person who is an actual owner of it. And here imprisonment is of 3 years and fine, which may extend to 2 lakh rupees. So you can see that the punishments which I am talking about are very minor, and 2 lakh rupees fine, these are available also. Then we have violation of privacy, or sending offensive message has been deleted now, omitted now. Now we have Section 66C, violation of privacy, that is the personal data. It is imprisonment of 3 years and fine of 2 lakh rupees. Section 67 dealing with obscenity, obscene pictures. On first conviction, with imprisonment of 3 years and fine of 5 lakh rupees, and on second and subsequent conviction, 5 years and fine of 10 lakh rupees. And then Section 67A dealing with pornography, that is adult pornography. On first conviction, with imprisonment of 5 years and fine of 10 lakh rupees, and on second and subsequent conviction, 7 years of imprisonment and fine of 10 lakh rupees. Then we have cyber defamation, which is not dealt under the IT Act, but it is dealt under Indian Penal Code 1860. And here under Section 499, read with Section 4 of IT Act, this only compensatory justice has been done to the victim. Then we have spamming and phishing, I've already discussed. Then I have Stalking, we have done. Stalking as such has not been included in your IT Act, but it has certain provisions in IPC. Now, question arises, where is the problem? Why it is not being controlled? Why it is increasing in academic institutions? The first thing is the primary. The two kinds of preparators are there when the cyber crime is committed. The first one is the primary preparators, which are basically the habitual offenders and peer-to-peer. Right? Means those who are hackers, professional hackers, and they are committing it. And then they come into contact with innocent people who, seeing their standard, gets totally influenced by them. They are called as the secondary preparators or the retransmitters. Sometimes what happens, we receive a message and we start transmitting it on WhatsApp. And after some time we receive a message, don't transmit this message, this is fake, or don't transmit this message, otherwise you will be penalized. So this is when we transmit and retransmit this message, we come into the category of secondary preparators who are not habitual offenders, who can be innocent people also, who are committing these crimes just by chance, unintentionally. But once the crime is being committed, no matter it is intentional or unintentional, here as far as cyber crime is concerned, mental intention is not important. The commission of crime is very important. And then the intermediators who are providing the platform, that is your internet service providers, be it a public, be it a private. Intermediaries are also responsible for it. Then we have what kind of impact it had on the victim. When this cyber crime is being committed, there must be some kind of impact on the victim. The first is the physical impact. The person can suffer from insomnia, headaches, and weight loss. If somebody is defamed in the society he or she is living and is a young blood, this is very common to see. Then we have the financial impact, material impact, loss of finances. Then there can be psychological impacts also, like anxiety, anger, fear of repeat victimization, shock, post-traumatic stress disorders. And then we have the behavioral impact also. We start self-isolation. Sometimes if somebody has been defamed or some pornographic material has been related to a person has been distributed, then the person goes in self-isolation. It can also lead to depression. Right? So just for making an impression in the society, if you're committing it, then it can turn out to be a very disastrous also. Then we have this data related to 2020. I'll skip it as we are short of time. Then this is a very important thing in academic institutions also. It affects your mental health also. So the various things like hacking resulting in data diddling and money laundering, when can lead to, I have talked about it, it is called a shell-shocked situation. Basically, you have to remember this word. Whenever some data of yours is being compromised, a person goes in a certain kind of hormones are released by that person, which will send that person to shell-shocked situation. The person gets a shock of his life, because the person can never think in his dreams also that certain kind of things can also lead to it. For example, if some photo has been morphed and somebody out of grudge has morphed it and put some in some porn website, so that can lead to nightmares to the person, flashbacks to the person, emotional traumas to that person, anger and anxiety. This is called a shell-shocked situation, which is very prominent in this. Second is not only the academic institutions, but the police departments which are handling it also. They also deal with the problems because they are not trained. The IT professionals who are dealing with it, they are under so much of pressure that they also deal with mental health issues while dealing with these kind of crimes. That's why they are not traceable, like loss of appetite. Every day, whole day exposure to the exposure of innocent eyes to this computer screen can lead to loss of appetite, poor performance of daily activities, impact on the nervous system, stress, burnout, etc. And it can also lead to post-traumatic stress disorders, which is a very which is a very common phenomena which is being seen. Then we have the societal tendencies of the people, and self-blaming syndrome is also there. Why I did like this, why I was there on this website, why I made friends with this person, why I left my data on the internet. So you start self-blaming yourself. And then what are the suggestions that can be given? What as a person precautions we can take? First of all, the first thing is that you should understand where you are searching. When you're online, you have to see that whether you are downloading or uploading at the trusted sites or not. Now, how will we know which site is trusted or not? Sometimes the sites are being given by the academic institutions themselves. Sometimes for example, now this conference is taking place and we have been asked to go to Google Meet. Or sometimes we are searching material on Firefox, but the institute has told us to go for Internet Explorer. So when we are trying to do by ourselves, and sometimes they give you an address also, IP address also, that you have to go through this channel and do it. Just to make an impression, we hack some other address and try to find out somewhere else. So that trusted and untrusted sites concept has to be understood. Then we should not download things which we don't understand. That be you call it unsecured apps, be you call it unregistered apps. So what you have, where you have not, we are not registered, the apps which are out of your mind, unsecured, you don't know about their whereabouts, don't download things from there. Third is we should have a strong password. Password means there should be different kind of characters in it, right? Unique kind of characters, right? And we take this password thing very, very casually. So we have to keep a check on that also. Then we should use multi-factor authentication, which means that whenever we are saving some material, we should save it at 3-4 places, right? Then must update the software programs which we understand at regular intervals of time. I'm using this word again, which we understand. We should not give updates unnecessarily if we don't understand it, right? We should know about it, or we should ask about it with somebody. Then avoid versioning personal details such as family background. This is a very common problem with Indians, that they puke their heart out on social websites, where they are eating, what they are doing, what they are wearing, who's their friend, who's not their friend. So that is a very big problem. So we should keep a check on that also. You should not furnish your personal details on social websites, right? Because by doing this, you are making yourself very easy prey to the culprits, right? And whenever you're going to the hotels, whenever, Ganesh, will you please switch off your speakers? And when you are in hotels, you should go for mirrors also. And when you are online also, make a dummy profile presence as well, which is very much important. And whosoever is the training essence, this is a very gender sensitive issue. Whenever a cyber crime is being committed against somebody, usually when a female doesn't go to the police station, because they think that because usually it is an Indian mentality to think that she must be responsible by herself only. So this kind of mentality has to be removed. It is a gender sensitized issue, and female police stations should be encouraged, or in-camera proceedings can also be there, or female judges can be there to handle the matters when it is concerning a female. So we have to see this also. And whenever we are online, we should check the legitimacy of the internet protocol addresses, which is very much important. And we should use we should also make use of antivirus. See, usually people are in tendency of using free antiviruses, but please don't do that, because the free antivirus is being updated to the date it is present online only. Thereafter, it will not be updated. And if some new virus has been, every second a new virus is being introduced. So if a new virus will be introduced, that antivirus will not be able to control it. So whenever you buy an antivirus, take it from a proper source, purchase it and use it, right? So by taking these kind of precautions, which can be taken without any kind of training, I think to some extent your problems can be solved. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. Cybersecurity, crime and securities in higher education. That is the need of the hour, ma'am. Not only in higher education institutions, but for every individual at home, wherever they are. Really, your session was eye-opening to all the participants, ma'am. We'll follow the instructions as per your suggestions. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mahalakshmi ma'am, for having me here. And once again, I'm very thankful to Cape Common Trust for having me here, and Dr. Sharja Vasudeva as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, dear participants, it's time to move on to the next second session of today's Dr. Ronald S. Pakalanan sir's session. Before that, I want to give a small announcement. We'll have since it is the final day of our international FTP, we have an valedictory session after sir's session. So I request all the participants to be here till the end of the session. Thank you. Now we'll move on to the next session by Ronald S. Pakalanan sir. Now let us have a small intro about sir.
Good evening, one and all present here. It is my pleasure to introduce our second guest of the day. Dr. Ronald S. Pakalanan is a Dean of the School of IT Education in Arizona University, Rising, and he has 24 years of professional experience. He was awarded with Outstanding Faculty Students Evaluation for thrice. Besides, he was facilitated come speaker of Megati ICT Literacy Training Program in 2018, 2019, and 2020 in the place of UMAC. Along with that, he is a member of Philippine Cybersecurity Union of IT and Computer Science, Multimedia Arts Association of Philippines, Game Developers Association of Philippines, Leadership in Education Academic and Development member, International Society of Teachers Administration and Researchers member. He published more than 10 national and international journals. He has organized around 20 webinars. Now we are honored to have such a great personality among us today. We are eagerly waiting to listen to yourself. Sir, now the session is yours. Sir,
Shailaja ma'am, sir is here ma'am.
I'm sorry, I think he is not available here. Let me check.
Yes ma'am.
Dear participants, kindly wait for 5 minutes. So Mahalakshmi ma'am, he is here.
Yes ma'am, yes ma'am. Sir Pakalanan sir, we welcome you for this great session, sir. We are awaiting for your wonderful presentation, sir. Now the session is yours. Sir. Shailaja ma'am.
I think he has some technical issues. Let me
Yes
wait.
ma'am, yes. Let him come and join.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir,
Uh,
welcome. We welcome you, sir, on behalf of AVP, College of Arts and Science, Tripur, India. And
Okay.
we welcome you.
Any
Wonderful.
problem? Any networking problem?
Hello.
Any networking problem?
Yes. Dinesh, we are waiting for your chief speaker. Can you please wait?
Mr. Dinesh, sir, kindly please mute your microphone, sir. முடிச்சிட்டே கொண்டு வந்துட்டுமானே கொஞ்சம் wait for something. Shailaja ma'am.
Yeah, Mahalakshmi, we are trying to contact him, but he has some network issues, so we have to wait.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay. Dear participants, kindly wait for some time.
हेलो माँ। हाँ बेटा बोल। 5 बॉर्डर पे अरे ये क्या लिखा है? ये मुझे बाहर से
Dear participants, due to some technical glitches, our resource person is not able to join now. Let us wait for a few more minutes.
Excuse me, ma'am. Will there be any feedback form for the FDP today?
Dear participants, sorry for the delay. Speaker will join with us within 5 minutes.
பேசிட்டு வாங்க.
Shailaja ma'am.
Yeah, Mahalakshmi, ma'am, actually, we are trying to call him. He also tried to join with us, but he has some network issues, so we are waiting.
Till we wait, ma'am, or what shall we do, ma'am?
Yeah, we have to wait, ma'am. Regin sir told us to wait.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Okay.
Dear participants, sorry for the inconvenience. We are now in the valedictory section for the 7 days faculty development program organized by R&D cell of AVP College Arts and Science in jointly with Cape Comorin Trust. A warm welcome is the first sign of hospitality. Words of welcome fill an occasion with warmth and makes one feel that he is meant to be there. I now request Ms. Girija Ma'am, Research and Development Cell Member, Assistant Professor, Department of Management, AVP College of Arts and Science, to welcome the participants for the valedictory section.
Pleasant evening unknown to everyone. Thank you to each and everyone for being here with us today. We are pleased to be able to welcome you all on this special occasion. It's my honor to welcome the great speakers of today and the speakers who enlightened the sessions throughout the FTP. First, I would welcome, in the absence of Honorable Chairman Sir of AVP Institution, Rotarian PDG MDA Kartigeyan Sir. Welcome you, sir. Next, I welcome our respected Principal, AVP College of Arts and Science, Dr. V. Kadiresan Sir. Welcome you, sir. I would welcome Dr. R. Regin Silvest, President, Cape Comorin Trust, Tamil Nadu, India, who has been a great supporter of this entire FTP program. Welcome you, sir. I welcome Ms. Shailaja Ma'am, Admin and a member of Cape Comorin Trust, and I welcome all the Cape Comorin Trust members. Welcome you all. And I welcome the teaching fraternities from the various parts of the world who have joined this program to gain more knowledge on the research and for giving a valuable feedback. And at last, I would welcome heads of various departments, IQAC coordinators, and faculty members of AVP CAS for this program. Thank
you. A good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. A principal of AVP College of Arts and Science is that teacher himself. Now I request our principal, Dr. V. Kadiresan Sir, to address the gathering with the valedictory note.
Thank you, Madam. Respected Chairman of AVP Group of Institutions, Madam Secretary, and Dr. R.S. Regin Silvest, President of Cape Comorin Trust, and the guest of the day, Dr. Shalini Madam from Himachal Pradesh University, and the coordinator of the International FTP program, Dr. Mahalakshmi, heads of the department, faculty members, and IQAC team, and all the participants across the globe. Very good evening to one and all present here. So on behalf of our college, it is my privilege to congratulate all the participants who have successfully completed this International FDP on research methodology, a new perspective, and this and for the transformative experience you have gained during this 1 week International FDP program. Really, I feel that this International FDP has been a platform for all of us to enhance our collaborative learning and from various domains. So it has provided an opportunity for exchanging ideas and sharing of best practices and developing innovative ideas in education and also in research for all of us. So really, this program has undoubtedly enriched the intellectual capital of our institution and the contribution to the overall growth of the participants, both professionally and also personally. I appreciate the participants' commitment and the dedication they have shown throughout this 7 days international FDP program. So I extend my sincere appreciation and gratitude to all the guests who have graced the occasion and given their kind consent to be the guest for all the 7 days as the resource person. My sincere thanks to them, and and really their support and encouragement have been a great instrumental for making this program a grand success. As we conclude this international FDP, we should remember that the knowledge gained and the connections made during this program will be the basis or the strong foundation for future collaborations or any academic growth. I hope that the participants will utilize the skills gained during this program and the networks established in this program to make a positive impact in their respective domains. So at the outset, I congratulate the team who have organized this international FDP, and also I extend my gratitude to the president and the members of CAP Comorin Trust and my own team, and to everyone who has contributed for the success of this program. All of yours dedication and effort have made this grand resounding success. Once again, I congratulate all of you and thank you, and may this international FDP may be the beacon of knowledge, collaboration, and excellence in the years to come. I wish you all the very best and good luck. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. Ralph Emerson believed that the reward of a thing, well done, is having done it. However, we would be falling short of our duty if we do not recognize a thing well done and encourage it. May I now request Dr. L. Mahalakshmi ma'am, R&D Cell Coordinator, Head, Department of English, AVP College of Arts and Science, to render the acknowledgements, please.
Thank you, Pavitra. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here in this virtual forum to express our heartiest gratitude and extend a sincere vote of thanks to all the esteemed dignitaries, participants, organizers of the International Faculty Development Program. This event has truly been a tremendous success, and we are immensely honored to have had the opportunity to host such a distinguished gathering of educators, professionals from all around the world. First and foremost, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to our dynamic personality, Chairman, Rotarian, past District Governor, MDA Karthikeyan, Chairman of AVP institutions, in absence here, for his relentless support and encouragement. It's indeed a great pleasure for me to express my gratitude to our young and energetic principal, Dr. V. Kadiresan sir, for his eminent prudence in all our endeavors. Thank you, sir. Renowned distinguished resource person, international and national faculty members who have shared their invaluable knowledge, expertise, and experiences with us during the entire program. Your enthusiasm and dedication towards creating an enriching learning environment have undoubtedly left an indelible impact on all the participants. Your insightful lectures and interactive sessions have broadened our perspectives and encouraged a spirit of collaboration and exchange of ideas among educators. Our sincere thanks from the bottom of heart of India and from every one of us. We also would like to extend our sincere appreciation to the co-partners of organizing committee, President Dr. Rajin Sylvester sir, founder of Cape Comorin Trust, and Sailaja ma'am, and the other trust members of Cape Comorin Trust for their meticulous planning and seamless execution of this program. Their tireless efforts in coordinating and arranging the virtual meet in a successful and event, and for the smooth flow of the program throughout the sessions. And also they have contributed significantly to the overall success of this program. Your dedication and commitment have been truly commendable. Our heartfelt thanks also goes out to all the participants from all over the world for their active participation and enthusiasm throughout the program. Your eagerness to learn, engage, and adapt to new ideas and teaching methodologies has been inspiring. The exchange of experiences and best practices among the participants has undoubtedly enriched the learning experience for everyone involved. Last but not least, we would like to express our gratitude to our college and administrative officer, heads of all the department, IKC coordinators, staff members who have been instrumental in creating a conducive environment for this program. This constant support and encouragement have been indispensable in ensuring the smooth running of all the sessions. In closing, we want to acknowledge the incredible collective efforts of everyone involved in making this International Faculty Development Program a resounding success. We hope that the insights and knowledge gained during this program will not only benefit the educators present here, but also have profound learning and lasting impact on the education landscape worldwide. Thank you once again for your unwavering dedication and commitment. Let us continue to strive towards excellence in education. Once again, I thank you all with my sincere thanks, and also I can assure you that with a good hope, we'll join. We all will join again in another FDP